Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard, in a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer found the initial experience quite positive. The monitor arrived fully assembled with a very sturdy, mostly metal stand already attached, which was a nice touch. The build quality felt solid right out of the box, offering a full range of adjustments, including the ability to rotate into a portrait orientation. In use, the display proved to be a mixed bag. The controls, located on the back, caused a bit of screen wobble when pressed, and the on-screen menu wasn't as intuitive as some other designs. On the bright side, the pixel response was very fast and smooth, making it great for fast-paced content. The lower pixel density also made text easy to read without scaling, though at the cost of some sharpness compared to smaller screens with the same resolution. The colors were vibrant, perhaps a little oversaturated for some tastes, but generally pleasing for media and gaming. However, two significant issues prevented this client from keeping the display. First, there was a persistent and uncorrectable green tint to the colors. While a casual user might not notice, it made the monitor unsuitable for any color-sensitive professional work like photography or graphic design. The second and more severe problem was the backlight blade. A reviewer noted a particularly bad bright spot in the bottom right corner that was impossible to ignore in dark scenes, completely undermining the otherwise decent black levels. Even acknowledging that this could be an issue with their specific unit, it was a major flaw that impacted all dark content. Ultimately, while this monitor had some impressive qualities like its solid construction and fluid performance, the combination of the green color cast and the severe backlight bleed was a deal-breaker. Despite its potential, these core flaws in display quality led the reviewer to return it.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer found this monitor to be an exceptional piece of hardware, ultimately choosing it over another highly regarded display they were testing concurrently. From the moment it was unboxed, the premium build quality was apparent. The solid, all-metal stand and the convenience of it arriving fully assembled gave an immediate impression of a high-end product. Once powered on, the display truly impressed our reviewer. The IPS panel delivered fantastic, vibrant colors that seemed perfectly calibrated straight from the factory. A standout feature was the impressive black levels for this type of panel, with minimal backlight bleed and IPS glow that were virtually invisible during regular use. The screen uniformity was also top-notch, with no noticeable bright or dark patches, ensuring a consistent and immersive image from edge to edge. The large screen proved to be a significant advantage for productivity, making multitasking with sharp, clear text a pleasure. However, it's in gaming where this monitor truly excels. Our client described the gameplay as buttery smooth, thanks to the high refresh rate and excellent response time. With the right settings, ghosting was non-existent, and the low input lag provided the responsiveness needed for competitive titles. The overall gaming experience was described as incredibly immersive, surpassing that of its smaller competitor. While the HDR performance in games was decent, it was in watching media where it truly shined, creating a vivid and lifelike picture. Despite initial concerns about pixel density on a screen this size, the image remained perfectly sharp from a normal viewing distance. The satisfaction was so profound that this client has had the monitor for months and loves it so much they are considering getting a second one for a dual screen setup.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer feels like they've finally found the perfect desktop monitor. They've been searching for a while and believe this particular display is pretty much the best you can get if you're after a 32-inch, 1440p screen. Our reviewer didn't want a 4K monitor because of scaling issues and the strain it puts on their graphics card. This combo seems to hit the sweet spot, offering a noticeable upgrade from 1080p without the downsides of 4K, allowing them to still get great performance with their existing hardware. Apparently, this specific size and resolution combination used to be dominated by VA panels, which this client had bad experiences with due to reliability problems. Switching to an IPS screen was an improvement, but their previous 75Hz monitor was nothing special, even with its faux HDR. This monitor, however, is a significant step up. It does everything exceptionally well and is a huge upgrade in every way. The pixel density is similar to a 24-inch 1080p screen, offering very respectable image quality, especially when using anti-aliasing techniques. Having used a 32-inch 1440p display for years, this client states it provides great clarity in games and is very usable for everyday tasks. The screen is large enough to comfortably run 2 windows side by side, which is ideal for multitasking. With its high refresh rate and G-Sync, this monitor delivers very good motion clarity. While it may not be quite as good as an OLED, it's far better than any VA panel or the older IPS screen they were using. Setting it up according to online guides yields impressive results. The colors are spectacular, and it supports a full high refresh rate with 10-bit RGB signal. The HDR is genuinely good and can get impressively bright. Performs best when manually setting the HDR mode in the settings menu, which activates the local dimming for splendid picture quality. The reviewer uses Windows 11 with Auto HDR and the HDR calibration tool, and reports that games and movies always look fantastic. Overall, this monitor is a winner, combining high refresh rates, G-Sync, 1440p resolution, and quality HDR with local dimming into a single package. Unless an OLED comes out in this exact configuration, it's hard to imagine a better monitor for their needs.
If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.